I'm gonna make a video a little later. Never mind. I'll make another one. No, just keeping it real. I'm gonna make a video. A new series. I don't know exact title, but it's gonna be like Dirty Moors Investigations or something along that line. COINTELPRO Agents Exposed, something like that, and or propaganda, you know, decoded, something like that. But I'm going to be addressing, you know, a lot of these so-called black people that are specifically attacking Moors, Noble Ali, Moorish science, our history, because they some foul ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's the real of it. And oftentimes, I think these foul ass niggas forget that before we became, you know, before we were conscious that we were Moors, and realize, you know, that we need to be living in our higher self, and we need to be about love and truth and peace and freedom. You know, they forget that we was niggas too, and we don't, and some of us are real enough that we don't appreciate the fuck shit. Shakka Ahmose. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that video. And when I do that, hopefully I will have my lower self a little bit more in check, and I won't be using as harsh language. But you know, sometimes people need to be reminded. Shakka Ahmose. Stop being foul ass niggas. Shakka Ahmose. But that's all. And I say that with the love, mind you.
Peace. Keeping it real with Rami back at you again. Thank you for joining us. So, I mean, this is what it is. I initially was going to make a video responding to all the bullshit this guy Shakka Ahmose has been saying. And you're probably watching too, all the bullshit you've been saying. But I was doing a lot of reflecting on it. And the truth of the matter is, the people that really study this information, they know that this guy Shakka Ahmose is lying and just full of it. And you know it too. Shakka knows it as well. You know, it's people that are using this information and using consciousness and, you know, the conscious community and ancient Kemet and all of that information as a new hustle, as a new scheme. You know, and especially Sinetta and all of those people over there, pretty much most of the people that you see on his channel are all a part of this, you know, this game. You know, they think this is a game, and, you know, they're playing these conscious characters, and, you know, it's a lot of ego and just nonsense, you know what I mean? But what I realize is I'm just wasting my time. You know, I even tried to message this guy. And you know it. And I said, please, just stop lying about Noble Ali. Stop lying about Moors and the Moor Science Temple. And he just went on this, you know, this tangent and wasn't listening. And that's when it really hit me, is that these people, you know, they don't really care. They don't care about actually helping people. They care about their ego. They care about, you know, getting likes on Facebook and, you know, getting views on their YouTube channel and, you know, I guess conscious community fame. I don't know. I don't know really why, but I know that that's not what I'm here for. And so, so I'm not going to waste any time on that. You know, what I will say, speaking of Shakka, you personally, I'm asking you, well, no, I'm just letting you know, you can continue doing what you're doing, but just know that that's going to come back on you. And I don't mean me or some Moor or any human being. I'm not talking anything physical. I'm talking about our Creator. Whatever deity, whatever God, whatever you entity you pray to or you feel is the supreme force, the higher power, know that, you know, no one escapes karma. No one escapes that, you know, having to answer for the actions, myself included. And it's one thing to do things out of ignorance. You know, it's one thing to make mistakes out of ignorance. But it's a totally different thing when your intention is to confuse people, to mislead people, to lie about people and our history, and especially with this stuff, especially with Noble Drew Ali, especially with Moors. But I get it. You know, you don't really understand what you're dealing with, and neither does Sarnetta, and neither does Brother Polite, and all of those characters that want to down talk and disrespect Moors and Noble Drew Ali and Dr. Reggie, quote unquote Dr. Reggie. And you can, and the thing is that you can try and, you know, talk out your mouth saying, oh, well, we respect Noble Drew Ali, and, you know, we respect, you can say all you want, you know, but the one person you can't really lie to, or two people, is yourself and our creator. So you can project all you want, you know, but you know what's really good. You know what I mean? And those who really study and are really paying attention, we see it as well. You know, yeah, so I just wanted to make that video because I'm really working. I wanted to make this video because I'm really working on being positive and giving out love. You know what I mean? Even if people are being disrespectful, even if people are doing things that I consider just really foul and just dirty, you know what I'm saying, and just wrong. I'm really working on not stooping down to that level. You know what I mean? Not letting those kinds of individuals take up too much of my time. You know, on the other hand, I did want to make the video just so other people that may see these videos, that they have something to compare to and are able to break down, you know, what he's saying versus what is actually, you know, said by Noble Drew Ali, or what, you know, he's claiming about Moors versus the actual history of Moors. And I wanted to present that just so that the lies and the manipulation just wouldn't go unchecked, you know. But what I feel most important is just to keep doing the work that I'm doing, you know, and putting up that clean glass of water next to the dirty glass, you know, and people are going to get tired of drinking that dirty, you know, fluoride, germ infested water, you know what I mean, that you are handing out, Shakka Ahmose, and the rest of you, Sarnetta as well. You know, I don't know. I don't want to say too much more other than, despite your actions, I still have love for y'all. You know what I mean? Despite how disrespectful you've been to Moors, how manipulative you are with the media and the information, you know, the lies that you've been putting out about Noble Drew Ali, despite all of that, I still have love for you. You see, because Moors, we have a creed that we follow: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And, you know, you have to be what you know. It teaches us that you have to be what you know, and you can't just tell people this is the way that you're supposed to go, or this is what you're supposed to do. You have to walk the path so they know this is the way you go. Look, I can see he went that way. So, you know, that's what I'm working on. And with that being said, you know, I don't want to say never, but I don't think I'll ever be responding to or making a video about Shakka Ahmose again, just because it's pointless at this point in time. You know, hopefully you check yourself and you start telling the truth about Moors and about Noble Drew Ali. The Moor sign simple. But if you don't, it's cool. You know what I mean? Because you make your plans and Allah makes plans too. And Allah is the best of planners. So, you know, like the wise Dick Gregory says, play your games. Recess is almost over. And if you're watching, for those people that may think, oh, well, Moors got something against Kemet and Egypt, it's not true. If you go into the Quran itself, let's see if I can show you. well, it's kind of hard to see, but chapter 47 is called Egypt, the capital empire of the Dominion of Africa. Egypt is all throughout this book, and in the very beginning it says that these lessons were held by Moors in Egypt and Palestine. And so this information is coming from Egypt. If you study a little further in George James' Stolen Legacy, you will see him clearly saying that when Egypt fell and when it was getting invaded, our brothers and sisters that were in Egypt slid over to the west into Morocco and hid out there, gave the information, and the Moors became the keepers of this wisdom in the mystery schools and the mystery sciences and all of the information that came from Kemet. And after so long, the Moors, our ancestors, spread the information out to all over the world, and particularly in Europe. And that's when you have the quote-unquote Moors going into Spain and Europe and all of that. So when you see people like Shakka Ahmose and you see people speak against Moors and Moor science, Noble Drew Ali, what I want you to realize is that they're actually speaking against our ancient, the ancient information from Egypt or Kemet. And this is, and it's sad. Really, it's just sad. But I don't want to speak too much more. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. If you, I'll say this last thing. If you're watching this, I don't want you to believe what I say. A lot of people I see, especially Shakka Ahmose and those kinds of people, they often try to convince you of something. I'm not here to convince you of anything. You can look it up for yourself. You can go to a dictionary for yourself, look up blackamoor, and see that it's a compound word. Black is an adjective, Moor is the noun. Nouns are people, adjectives modify the noun. Blackamoor, black is modifying Moor, the noun, the people. You can see it for yourself what a blackamoor is. You can look up Noble Drew Ali. Look them up for yourself. Read the Quran for yourself. Read Stolen Legacy for yourself. It's all there. If you truly want the information, if you truly want to know what's going on, you have to seek it out for yourself. And that's what Noble Drew Ali and this information teaches us, is that the man knows nothing by being told. And so I don't want you to believe me just because I'm telling you this. I want you to look it up for yourself and verify it. And then compare that. And if you feel the need, go look at Shakka. I prefer you to go look at Shakka Ahmose's videos where he's speaking about Moors, and really listen to what he's saying, and realize, and then go just research it, see for yourself. Doesn't really line up, but that's enough. Much love to you. Much love to you, Shakka, even though you're doing some things that are really foul. Still love. Much love to Sinetta, even though you're doing some really foul stuff. Much love to everybody that's been doing foul stuff. Much love to myself, for when I'm messing up. I don't know. It's late, so I'm gonna cut it right there. Peace and love. Thank you.
Important that we look at the common ground instead of the differences. And if you were to have Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, Abraham, peace be upon them, all in the same room, they wouldn't be arguing with each other, debating each other, because they were all in the same team. They had the same message. They had the same Lord. But many times it's the people, it's us that get this message confused. Get down with the team, greener on that other side. If you know what I mean, I'll show you. Get down with the team. So lost, throw they out. You know what I mean. Get down with the team, greener on that other side. If you know what I mean, I'll show you. Solo time to get down with the team. The greener on that other side. If you know what I mean.
What's up, black? You know I rep that red and grind. Word and Noble Drew Ali. 1900, he back on the same. 100 The time is now. We see it all. We seen us, and we seen the falls. If she twerking ass, that mean we falling off. Ain't no ducking when the motherfucking love off. What I'm saying is deeper than what I'm saying, but saying won't get you to know, if you know what I'm saying. Let that simmer, run it back. I say we got a prophet and they tell me where he at. That's when I show them the Quran. Then they tell me I ain't fucking with Saddam. Silly Negro, please stop playing games, time to rise my G.
Rolling solo, time to get down with the team. The great arena on that other side. You know what I'm gonna get down with the team. Grace is greener on that other side. If you know what I mean, I show you you've been rolling solo. Time to get down with the team. The great arena on that other side. If you know what I'm gonna get down with the team. You know what I mean.
When I was on the pilgrimage, I had close contact with Muslims whose skin would in America be classified as white, and with Muslims who themselves would be classified as white in America. But these particular Muslims didn't call themselves white. They looked upon themselves as human beings, as part of the human family, and therefore they looked upon all other segments of the human family as part of that same family. Now, they had a different look or a different air or a different attitude than that which is reflected in the attitude of the man in America who calls himself white. So I said that if Islam had done that for them, perhaps if the white man in America would study Islam, perhaps it could do the same thing for him.
I think what a lot of people are interested in, Malcolm, is whether this experience has made you feel that your feelings have changed, that the animosity you have expressed in the past toward all whites.
There's one thing that I want to make clear. No matter how much respect, no matter how much recognition whites show toward me, as far as I'm concerned, as long as that same respect and recognition is not shown toward every one of our people in this country, it doesn't exist for me.